Here's another review from 3 days and Tres Noches, and this time we are in Naples, Florida, staying at the Naples Grande Beach Resort. If you're flying to Naples, we flew into the Fort Myers Airport, we did rent a car, and the Naples Grande Beach Resort is about a 40-minute drive from the airport. It is located in North Naples, so it is a pretty good location, but it's not in the downtown area. And even though it says it's beachfront, it's not exactly beachfront, so I'm going to show you the process of getting to the beach as well. Check-in was really easy, very quick, and very, very friendly. Great staff. But our room wasn't ready yet because we got there really early. But we did have access to the entire resort while we were waiting. Okay, so we made it to the Naples Grand. Now we're going to check out our room. So let's walk in and see what it's like. The room, I would say, was a typical hotel resort room. We had the king bed golf view, and it's a little outdated, but it was very spacious. So it had 2 sinks. It had both a shower and a tub. So this is actually considered a family resort. So that bathtub is always great when you're traveling with little kids. It's not jetted, but it's a nice big tub and a really nice shower. So we have the Keurig machine, and this is included in the room. Some waters, which sometimes, with these resorts like this, they tend to gouge you. Nothing in the fridge yet. So yes, it did have a coffee machine in the room, which was actually included, and the waters. But sometimes these resorts, you have to make sure because they will charge you for every little thing. It did have a refrigerator in the room, not a microwave, so if you wanted to get drinks or anything like that, you could go ahead and keep them cool. And again, just a really nice large bed, large area, extra seating, and a desk. So like I said, a typical, I would say, hotel resort room. We did book this hotel through hotels.com. We are gold members, and this hotel is on the gold exclusive list, which gets you free self-parking, a free room upgrade if it was available, and you also can get a 2-hour late checkout. So we didn't really take advantage of those because we got valet parking, and they, of course, did not have any upgrades available. Not oceanfront, which we always go for the oceanfront. But in this case, we wanted to really see what this resort was like. So they don't really have oceanfront rooms because it's not directly on the ocean. But again, you can see the water. So overall, I would have to say it was a nice room. I also really did like that little patio area. We sat out there in the morning, and we paid just under $300 a night. It was a special rate through hotels.com for this hotel. So I couldn't wait to get on the beach because I heard about those amazing Naples sunsets. So that's the very first thing that we did. To get to the beach, you have to go through this area, which at night and also during the day, you can have lunch or dinner. Now, we did not eat at this hotel at all, so I cannot review the food. I know it was a little expensive. The only reason why we didn't was because we really wanted to experience some of the amazing restaurants in Naples, which I'm going to do a whole different review about the things we did in Naples. Now, this is a family resort. I would definitely qualify this as a family resort. There were a lot of children there, and you'll see there are some activities as well. They have 2 pretty nice pool areas here. One is this family pool. They also have an adults-only pool as well. We didn't spend any time at the pool. Again, we were really busy spending some time in Naples, but it looked like a lot of people were really enjoying the pool, and it's a nice option if you are traveling with kids, and even if you're not, just to have that pool to lounge around if you didn't want to be on the beach. They give you a wristband when you check in, so there's no need for towel cards or anything like that. You can have as many towels as you want. which I did love. And the pool area was really nice. It really was. They even had this little pool bar area that was great, and everything seemed really clean. We just didn't really have the time to spend at the pool, and we do prefer the beach. Okay, which brings me to the beach. And I want to show you how you get to the beach, because this might be a reason that you might not stay here. And even though they try to make it as easy and quick as possible, there are a few things that could make you not want to book this resort when it comes to beach access. The best way to get to the beach is the tram that they have running, and it seems that it does run often, but it does take about 5 or 10 minutes to get to the beach. Now, if you were to walk it, it's about a half mile, so we did see people walking it, but there were a lot of mosquitoes, a lot of bugs along the way. So if you're traveling with like little kids, I was thinking you really do have to pack up like you're going to the beach for the day. So it's not like you can just run back to your room if you forgot something or if you need something. So that's something to think about with traveling with little kids. Obviously, it wasn't that big a deal for us, but I think it's definitely worth thinking about. Now, the tram is completely free to take. Again, the resort tries to make it as easy as possible. We got really lucky. As soon as we started walking over, the tram did pull in. And it really is a nice ride. The issue was when we came back, there was a really long line. So after sunset, everyone wants to pile in the tram and come back, and they can't fit everybody. So there was a really long line coming back. And I hear in the morning, at peak times when people are leaving, there's a line to get on the tram to go to the beach. For my personal preference, it was a little too much hassle to get to the beach. I like that direct beach access, and I could see if my kids were younger, or it would be even more of a hassle. So it might not bother you that much, but for someone like me that really, really loves the beach and loves to go on and off the beach a lot, I prefer direct beach access, because in fact, we only went to this beach once because it seemed a little bit of a hassle. We had a car, and they have a lot of great public beaches, which again, I'm going to show you in another video, which was almost as easy just to jump in our car and go to the public beaches. But on the flip side, they do have the pools, and they do have daily activities. They have some things for children to do as well. And then they have the restaurants and the bars on site. So just like any place you go, there's always pros and cons. Now coming back, we decided to walk because there was such a huge line for the tram, and we thought, let's take the walk and see what it's like. And like I mentioned earlier, it was very buggy. As you can see, we're driving along almost a marsh. So it was very buggy, and it started to rain on us. So I wish we would have just waited for the tram. But again, just the little logistics of things when you're on vacation, it's good to note. I do have to say though, it is a really nice beach area. So they have this little restaurant here that has drinks and food so that you don't have to go all the way back to the resort to eat. You could get everything that you needed right there. I did love this little toddler section that they had too, with games and little things for the kids to do if they were getting tired of being at the beach. So I have to note again the service at this resort, something that really stood out. The staff is so friendly here, very willing to help out, and it really does make all the difference in the world. They do charge you $40 a day resort fee, so that's in addition to your room charges, and that's going to cover the towels and also the chairs. So you don't have to pay for chairs at this resort, but you do have to pay for either the cabana rentals or the umbrellas. It was a beautiful beach, very spread out, lots of seating, so you don't have to worry about that. The water, I think this time of year they said it's not as nice as it normally is. It was a little cold, not as clear as maybe I thought it was, not as blue, but it was just a beautiful, beautiful beach experience overall. And they were right about the sunsets. Truly, truly amazing. Right there on the beach. Just stunning. So beautiful. And this is the line for the tram to go back to the resort. So again, if you're going back at prime time, when the sun's going down, you're going to have to wait a little bit to get back on the tram, but which is why we chose to walk. When we did finally get back, it was almost dark, but here again, you can see they do serve here out on this outdoor area. They had a large party here and it's really, really beautiful, and they have amazing views of the sunsets as well. Again, I can't speak to the food because we didn't eat any of the food, but just know that this is a resort, so everything is a little bit higher, including the drinks. So that's to be expected when you're staying at this type of resort. In the lobby, they do have a lobby bar, which we did have a drink there one night. And then they also have breakfast in the morning. So you could either do a grab and go with coffee, or they have a little area that you can sit down. And then at night, you can get ice cream in this little area. So we actually ate every meal outside of the resort, and that's only because we wanted to experience the amazing food and restaurants that so many people talk about in Naples. So I'll touch on them briefly, but make sure you watch the entire video that I did about things to do in Naples. Overall, this resort was great, and even though it didn't have that direct beachfront access, it had a lot of great amenities and things, especially for families. So this I could see being a really good resort for families and for the price point. So if you want direct beachfront access in Naples or Marco Island, you're going to pay double or triple what this resort is. And we got a really nice special rate from hotels.com. So for the price point, this is really a great hotel. It's in a great location. The biggest thing that stood out was the service and the employees. Everyone was so friendly, amazing service, from the valet staff to the check-in staff to the restaurant staff to the housekeeping staff. So that's one thing that really, really stood out to me. But now let's go outside the resort a little bit and let me show you some of the things that we experienced while we were there. This is the Mercado. You definitely have to check this out. It's pretty close to the resort. I think it's like 10 minutes, 12, maybe 15 minutes, if that. And this is where we went every single night for dinner, but they also have great shopping. And we just really loved the vibe. And they had places that were open late with dancing as well, which was amazing. It wasn't something I was expecting in Naples, especially on a Sunday night or a Monday night, which is when we went. The first night we ate at Bar Tulia. The second night we ate at the Hampton Social. Again, the service really stood out to me in my whole trip in Naples. Amazing service, the food was great. And then at night, like I said, they had two clubs that were open, one till midnight and one till 2 a.m., which was Cavo and the Blue Martini. We went to Marco Island one day. It's just under an hour from the resort. Beautiful, beautiful. You definitely have to check it out. And we ate at the famous Doreen's Cup of Joe. Then we also checked out 3rd Street South and had breakfast or brunch at Jane's, which is another popular breakfast spot. And a few other things we did while we were in Naples was, of course, we went to the famous Naples Pier and watched that amazing, amazing sunset. On our way back from Marco Island, we stopped briefly at Tin City, which is also a popular destination when you're in Naples for restaurants, shopping, and for watching the sunset and having drinks. We also checked out Loudermilk Park, which was one of the public beaches that everyone said you had to check out. It's really, really nice. So if you're looking for a public beach in Naples, that's something to definitely check out. And definitely do yourself a favor and drive down Gulf Shore Boulevard, where you can see some amazing homes, beachfront mansions. It's just a really beautiful drive. We were only in Naples for a few days, so we didn't nearly get the chance to do everything that Naples has to offer. In fact, I was so surprised at all of the different things that you can do in Naples. I actually like Naples way better than Miami and Fort Lauderdale. I just felt like it was cleaner and there was still that party vibe, but it wasn't crazy like you can get in Miami and Fort Lauderdale. Now, the beaches were different. There's no waves. There's a little bit calmer, but also the people. Everyone was so friendly. The staff was really friendly, and there was just a much different vibe there. Definitely check out our other video, Things to Do in Naples. I'm going to go into a little bit more detail of all the places that we went and some places that we didn't go that you should definitely check out. And while we love Florida, we can't wait to get back to the Caribbean to bring you another all-inclusive resort review, which is going to be happening in a few months. But if you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe and keep following us on 3 Days and Tres Noches while we take you on really fun, exciting, affordable vacations and adventures you can have in a really short amount of time.